Star Wars Battlefront 2, the biggest game news coming out of Star Wars Celebration, and hopefully is going to really excite fans when it comes out later this year in November. I'm Terry Schwartz. This is Joe Screbbles.
Hello.
Joe, fans were really excited for the first Battlefront game when it came out in 2015. There were some problems fans had with it, though. You've spent all day looking at stuff about Battlefront 2, hearing about the plans for this game. How do you think this one will meet or potentially even exceed expectations after the disappointment the first time around?
Well, that's it. I think they've gone into this listening to the fans, and they've come out of it with some really good solutions for what the problems were. I mean, some are as simple as fans really liked having classes of characters in the original Battlefront games. And they didn't have that last time. They got that this time. They've worked loads on progression, so it feels like you're playing characters that belong to you in some way. You can upgrade your heroes and that kind of thing. This is all multiplayer. And they've got all three eras of the game. So
including The Last Jedi, which
Jedi.
will come out about a month after this game drops in November.
Yeah, with pre-order skins that show you Rey and Kylo before they're in The Last Jedi, but in their Last Jedi clothes, which is really cool.
And some vehicles too.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely, yeah. And not only that, it's kind of amazing to be, for me, to be excited for prequel stuff. That's not my favorite. Those aren't my favorite films. And the idea of maybe getting to play as a Gungan, I'm all for that. I want to see what that's like in Battlefront. So that's all really nice. They've answered those questions. And of course, one of the biggest questions they ever had was, why didn't you have a single-player campaign? John Boyega tweeted them about it. So they now have that.
They now have that. That's probably the biggest new stuff that is coming in Battlefront 2 and that we learned about today.
Yep.
You got a pretty deep look at what the story mode is going to be. What's the single player going to be like?
Well, this is where they haven't just listened to fans. It really feels like they're exceeding expectations. They're doing something really strange with the single player, which is you play on the dark side. You are an Imperial trooper who watches the Death Star 2 get destroyed, and instead of going, well, I guess we lost, I'm going to go home, you seek revenge on everyone. There's a pretty telling shot in the trailer where someone, probably your main character, Iden Versio, pulls a blaster on Luke Skywalker. The idea that you're going to try and kill Luke Skywalker in a Star Wars game is kind of amazing, and that's what it seems to be pushing for, this completely unexpected bit of canon filling in what happened. A really nice quote was, what happens to the Empire without the Emperor? And this is going to try and solve that stuff, which
and
is
it's
kind of
important
amazing.
to say, too, this is a canon story that is being
Yeah.
told. And this year, obviously, is the 40th anniversary of Star Wars. Really cool to see a game celebrating all 40 years with, the three trilogies being showcased here.
Well, exactly. You're celebrating all three trilogies, and alongside that, you're filling in the gaps between them. That's a huge deal. And it remains to be seen what that single-player campaign is going to be. We don't know if it's going to be little. We know it takes place over nearly 30 years, so we're going to watch the main character grow up or get older. We don't know what's going to happen in that time. We don't know how many situations we're playing in, but we are playing as Luke and we are playing as Kylo, so we know we're at each end of that timeline. It's fascinating. It's a really exciting prospect, and I'm really hoping it comes out well.
Now, it should be said we didn't get a chance to play Battlefront 2 today, but we will be able to play it at E3, at EA's E3 event. So stay tuned for that in June. We have plenty more Star Wars coverage coming for you from Star Wars Celebration. That's such a tongue twister right there.
We're so tired.
We're so tired, but make sure you check out IGN.com and all our social media platforms on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, because we're killing it. We're killing it here. Thanks so much, and for more, keep it locked on IGN.
Bye.